It's LGBTQ plus History Month and why we can't forget our past. LGBTQ plus History Month was founded in 1994 by Rodney Wilson, the first openly gay public school teacher in Missouri. October was chosen because the first and second LGBT marches on Washington in 1979 and 1987 were both in October. And National Coming Out Day is October 11th. South Florida's Broward County School District was the first in the nation to recognize the month in 2012, soon followed by the Los Angeles School District. As Mark Berryhill, CEO of Equal Pride, wrote, quote, "Throughout our journey, we have been inspired by the resilience, courage, and creativity of our community. Stories of activists who push boundaries, artists who redefine culture, and everyday heroes who lived boldly and authentically despite the odds. These stories resonate and inspire us as we face a moment of reckoning. Across the nation, there is an alarming increase in anti-LGBTQ plus bills and rhetoric. Attempts to roll back the hard-won rights and protections our community has fought for is a stark reminder that progress is never guaranteed. It's a fight we must continue every day," end quote. Queer News Tonight honors those who came before us and hope to continue to work towards a future where all Americans are created equal. You know, reading this story, it definitely washes over me that the first school district to actually say, this is what we're going to do, LGBTQ plus history is important, was here in South Florida.
Wow.
And this couldn't be the most, damning when it comes to LGBTQ plus community anywhere. Here in South Florida, unfortunately, they don't think, well, not here in South Florida, in Florida as a whole, they don't think that LGBTQ plus history or Black history is important to teach our students in school. So this is another reason why LGBTQ plus History Month is so freaking important. We cannot forget all the people who came before us, the Marsha P. Johnson, the Harvey Milk, Langston Hughes, who was a gay Black author, okay? Prince Mavendra Singh, who was the first openly gay prince. You know, these are the shoulders that we stand on now and forever. People want our history to be erased. We cannot allow that to happen.
Absolutely. I mean, we already lost a generation of LGBTQ people to, especially gay men, to HIV and AIDS. Mm-hmm. Right. That's why sometimes the gay culture seems to be a very youth obsessed because, well, after all, we have lost an entire generation that never grew up to be elders. Yeah. But now, with advances in medication and treatment, we can now recultivate a new generation of LGBTQ elders who can remember the history, who can tell it down the line. Yeah. And that's very important.
And that's so important to share the history, like you said, Bob.
I love how in some of my social feeds, I get these, we've always been here posts. And it's like pictures from as far back as you can take pictures of queer people out there doing their thing. And it's like, okay, yeah, we have always been here. And that's what this month is about as well, is kind of looking back and saying, okay, even though we might not have been represented, we were still fathers and mothers and brothers and sisters and gay at the same time.
Yeah, and we were still upholding members of society, in every society that has been since the beginning of time.
Yeah. I think it's very important as I sit here with my queer ancestors.
Why did you look at me when you said that?
Give me a second. I'm going to look at Faye too.
Oh my God!
As I sit here with my queer ancestors, I just have to thank those whose shoulders I'm standing on. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't for so many people choosing to be brave, choosing to confront their family and say, this is who I am, whether you kick me out or love on me, like this, I will remain this way. I stand on those shoulders. Choosing to be bravely queer is such a harrowing experience. The coming out process is terrifying. But when you decide to come out that closet and you feel like you can start being your true self, and then you really start painting in the colors of like who you are as a person, that is just an incredibly beautiful sight to see for anybody to go through. When I came out as gay, when I started performing in drag, I just decided there's no edges to the paper that I'm coloring in, which is my life. Like, I'm going to fill this in as much as I want to and spread out even further. We're going to color outside the lines. And this is an incredible month. October was already my favorite month because I love the Ookie Spooky, but the fact that it's also very gay now, girl, you better work.
We got 2 months now.
Hello. You better work. That's right.
But you know what's also important, like the Harlem Renaissance had so many queer poets, writers, musicians, and I think to not teach about that because they're gay is just such a disadvantage for all of the young gay poets and writers that could be coming up, because that period was so monumental in a lot of like rich history. And I think that, you know, you choosing this one aspect to gloss over it's a very small part of their existence, but they added so much value to our culture and community.
Yeah, I mean, think about
we
ballroom.
Black people got a lot of work to do.
Ballroom too as well, yeah.
We got a lot of work to do in our own community. The fact that the queers have contributed so much to Black culture and community, and we still get ostracized so much for being who we are. We got so much work to do, y'all. Especially in the rap community, because, you know, half of them, most of them.
Tap. Yeah.
Hello, baby.
Are we talking about Diddy?
Girl.
Talk about a few others too.
Lil Nas X was not the first openly. You know what? Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.